Hello and welcome back, everyone, to Don't Only Cry 3 on Rocket Rabbit Commentaries, and in this part, gasp, him's alive!
I already saw the 11 because we're on the 11th mission. Well, go on.
Still alive, I see.
Do it.
Mary, is that you?
Oh, a father would know his own daughter's voice.
My mother. You killed her, remember?
Yes. That's right.
I killed her with my own hands.
There it is. There's the number 11. It's the streaks of blood left by his
Yes,
legs.
it's the streaks of blood that are leading to it.
I succumbed to his influence.
In all of this action, I mean, to be fair, you know, between the action that they're not exposing at all on, like right now, and the action that they have shown so far, I think it's a pretty good balance. It's just kind of ridiculous that he literally did all of this fucking shit off screen. We're just all talking about it.
By a devil named Virgil.
Virgil?
He's attempting to bring the demon world back to this modern day.
He's manipulating you, Mary. Don't listen to him.
Sparta.
You see, this is what I mean when I say that the lady doesn't really know what she wants. She knows why she wants the things that she wants, but she doesn't really know what she wants yet.
Stop him.
Well, I think that she went into this thinking that there was nothing of her father left. But now it seems that now that she's had a chance to talk to him, that it seems that there is still a part of him that remains. The human part of him.
Just like your mother.
Father.
No, come on. He's not dead. He's not dead. Because he wants Virgil to. I mean, I don't know this to be true. He wants Mary to kill Virgil so that he will be the king of demons or something. I don't know. I can't wait to see what happens.
I will spoil that lady is important to that lady is important, but no one else knows why right now.
I mean, for God's sake, she's one of only like 3 female characters we met in this entire game.
Who's number 3? Because lady is 1, Nathan is 2. So who's number 3?
And Mother was off screen. Hey,
well, then that doesn't count as her having as us having met her. Because if that
bullshit.
Because if Lady's mother counts, then so does Dante and Virgil's mom.
Yeah, she counts too. Because goddamn it, we have just spent the last 5 minutes in cutscene land talking about things that either already have happened or happened off screen.
All right. Here we have another new enemy type, the Demon Mist. The Demon Mist is an interesting enemy in that it is effectively immune to melee damage. What you have to do in order to kill it is use your projectile weapons, specifically the Kalina and you need to trick it into thinking that it's safe to come out of its mist so that you can nail it with a Kalina Ann round. A single Kalina Ann round is enough to kill the Demon Mist. Supposedly, there's a way to use your other projectile weapons on them, but I've never figured out anything other than Spiral to work on them.
Third-person games, we're on to you. First-person games, too. That the best time to attack your enemy is usually around their own attack timing, negating any chance of you getting hit.
Well, it's not their attack timing, to be perfectly honest. It's their vulnerability timing.
So here we observe a great comparison, or contrast, if you will. Link pushes blocks. Dante attacks blocks until they obey his will.
Yeah. I don't know why this isn't a generic block posting puzzle, to be perfectly honest. This very clearly was supposed to be in Resident Evil 4. And in fact, this room might actually be in Resident Evil 3. I don't know. I've not actually played Resident Evil 3 at all. So
that is too fucking funny. Well, it's pushing in a straight line.
Now that all 3 faces are clawing tears of blood, the door opens and
There's a door that is blocked. No. We must kill the thing.
Another
that
enemy
is
gauntlet,
blocking
specifically
the door.
with Demon Mist and a Doom's Reaper. Hell's Reaper, if you will.
Door locking bastards.
So, Hell's Reaper. We've not actually gone into what Hell's the primary fighting strategy for Hell's Reaper is. Mostly because it's really goddamn simple. To be perfectly honest, when, he effectively has 2 attacks you need to be worried about, and they both involve his teleport. When he goes into his teleport, you will hear a very heavy church bell chime. And then you need to look around the battlefield to figure out if he's doing a wall teleport or a floor teleport. If he goes for a floor teleport, he will rise up from the floor with a rising slash cut. And if he goes into a wall, he will launch himself from the wall with a spiral scythe cut. Both of these can be dodged with Trickster relatively easily. I think there's technically a parry timing on each of them, but I have never figured out what they are. I assume that the upward scythe cut can actually be countered with Helmbreaker from Rebellion, but again, I honestly don't know. That is where another one of the combat adjudicators is. I believe that's Beowulf's second one.
That's the fastest barge I've ever seen.
Well, it's not a barge. It's a
wagon. Wagon, sorry. I'm going out to California. I'm going to convert more people to the ways of Jesus Christ and tell them to give up their sinful ways of imbibing alcohol and beating up the members of God's own household.
And what I'm actually trying to do there is go do the lift-off combo from Agni and Rudra into a normal attack, and then air trick up to where they end up, followed by a Helmbreaker. It is honestly a really high damage string of attacks, but the timing on it is really finicky for me. I am not good at this game.
Now, this barge that we're on, are the enemies occurring at fixed intervals, or is
no, the enemy,
only dependent on when we kill them all?
The enemies specifically show up in waves. They are not fixed.
Okay, so then they won't start. They'll wait for you to clear the block, clear the queue, if you will, and then they'll bring in more people.
Yep.
Gotcha. Well, that's pretty cool.
And then when you have successfully slain all the enemies, the ride is over.
Right, like, not that you just have to survive the platform, you have to actually kill them all.
Yeah. There we go.
Again, the Resident Evil 4 comparisons keep piling up. Now we're in the minecart section. We just finished after a daring escape. Now we're in the fucking lava room.
Don't worry, we're not nearly as long in the lava room for as long as we are in Resident Evil 4. We're here for exactly... Well, wait a minute. No, we are here for as long as we are in Resident Evil 4, because Resident Evil 4 has this lava room for exactly one boss fight. It's the Twin Gigantos, right?
Dos gigantes.
Hey, Beowulf.
Oh, you poor thing. Didn't your mother ever teach you how to use a door?
No, doors are forbidden in Hell Realm.
It smells like a bitch.
Give me a break. Tell you what, next time I'll try and wear some cologne, okay?
It's the stench of betrayal.
The odor of that accursed Sparta. Well, given that there's only technically 2 of those, that shouldn't be that hard, right?
I am going to turn you into a slingshot.
Mess, huh? Where have I heard this story before?
Despite what Dante does here and pulls out Ebony and Ivory is absolutely terrible for this mission. Well, for this fight. What you're actually supposed to do is, if you'll notice, Beowulf actually has a glowing eye as a weak spot. And what you're supposed to do is use either Agni and Rudra, Cerberus, or Well, honestly, it's just acting in Rudra and Cerberus, technically, at least if you're not using Swordmaster, in order to deal direct damage to his eye. If you can actually hit him multiple times in the eye relatively quickly, you can get him into a flailing stun state, and from there you can actually capitalize. You can capitalize on it with some relatively easy follow-up damage.
I see the irony of Beowulf is palpable. It seems that he has become the Grendel-type monster that it was his ambition to slay and bring glory for himself and his clan. But now, not only is he also
once you get him down
naked,
about a third, he starts throwing these towers at you. As long as you if you're running Trickster as your preferred style, you can actually phase through those towers relatively easily, and it's a big reason why I keep Trickster on for a majority of the run, because Trickster allows you the ability to ignore a good portion of a high damage boss attacks, like that one if I had done it correctly, but I didn't.
Well, you did it that time. Oh yeah, dodge. Dodge and take 0 damage. I totally agree. Yes, very Dark Souls.
I do admit that having Ebony and Ivory is good for maintaining our style meter, but it's effectively the only thing that I'm actually doing with them throughout this entire fight. I am maintaining. Yes, I am maintaining the combo meter very poorly with it. Even though it's not actually showing off that well because I keep getting hit by the easier to avoid attacks.
Well, it's one of the shames of picking a New Game Plus playthrough to expose the game is the style meter would be a lot more relevant in the case where you needed the points, and the best way to get points is to max out your meters.
Alright, so this is actually the first time that we've actually bothered to show off Devil Trigger in combat, and you'll notice that we don't actually have increased damage in Devil Trigger. Our attack speed is increased, we get a little bit of health regeneration passively, and our movement speed is increased. It makes Trickster specifically slightly better, because I think we get a third trick dodge, but honestly, Devil Trigger is not as good in this game as people want you to believe it is. It's a very small steroid. Whoosh!
Ah, so we're not gonna put them in our pocket and walk away?
No.
Damn it.
Why do I have to take the heat for my father? Come on, man. Cut me some slack.
Please, Mr. Beowulf.
Sins of the father. Ain't that a bitch?
Yes, it is. Uh-oh.
The book is reading itself.
And, lady's father's body, it is gone.
Of course. Dun, dun, dun.
And in the next episode, we will deal with the consequences of that unknowingly, but we will.
Come on, damn it.
No, took way too much damage in the Beowulf fight. Be safe, everybody.
A rank. Well done, Devil Hunter. Till we meet again.